Hi, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a recent reads video. This list is compiled by all the books that I read between the months January through May. This will be split into two parts. This is the first part. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the video because we have a lot of books to cover. This video is compiled by 18 books. First is Demon, which is a prequel to Jennifer L. Armentrout's Covenant series, and I really loved this book. It really helps set up the whole story before reading Hufflepuff. You should definitely read this one because it will help you understand so much better, and I really loved it. 4.5 out of 5 stars, I believe I rated it. Next is the first book in the Covenant series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and that is Half-Blood. I really loved this entire series, and especially the protagonist Alex, or as Alexandria. She kind of reminds me of Rose Hathaway in the Vampire Academy series, which was totally amazing because both of these girls are total badasses. I also really liked the main boy character named Aiden. He was such a sweet boy, and he was totally badass because he was like a protector of this race of people anyway, and it was really interesting to see the demigod aspect of it in Jennifer Armentrout's books. She did a fantastical job, and this book I rated 4.5 out of 5 stars. They are split into both having godparents, which call them pure, and in this book we see a lot of discrimination between those two races. And then there is Alex, a 17-year-old girl who is supposedly a half-blood, and she's trained like a guardian to protect the pures because they don't. It's basically the same plot for the Vampire Academy, just with gods. It's really amazing. You should definitely check it out. And yeah, the next books in the series are Pure, Deity, Elixir, Apollon, and Sentinel. And all of these books I gave it 4.5 or 4.75 out of 5 stars. This series was totally amazing, and because I can give you a synopsis for the other books without spoiling you, I will give you the synopsis for the first book. And it wouldn't be a recent reads video without SRJ Mass reread, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses series reread. I did it for preparation of A Court of Silver Flames, which I still haven't read, but still it was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed rereading these books. I think the first book was my first time rereading, and the rest I think is third or fourth time. My favorite book in this series is Akoma. I really love this book, if you can tell by all the tabs. I really love this series, especially in the second book, because it's when we see the difference between Rhys and Tamlin and how we believe that Rhys was the bad guy, and the roles totally got reversed, and it's amazing. Only one time this has happened to me about doing a 360 turn for a character, but I didn't really like Tamlin in the first place because when I read the first book I remember thinking this is the main guy that everyone's so obsessed about, but I'm not clicking with him. Maybe it's something wrong with me, and I'm not sure. And I gave the book 3.5 out of 5 stars again. So yeah, and I was hesitant to continue the series, but I'm so glad I did because this book is my all-time favorite book ever. I really loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. And then Aqua War is still amazing, 5 out of 5 stars. And I really love the war scenes and the preparation of that conflict. It is really amazing. Then Aqua Fast, it was really nice to see how things are in Bellaris after the war, how the people are still rebuilding mentally and their buildings and everything, and how Farah and Rhys and the whole gang is acting after all this horrific stuff happened. Next, I did a reread for Stone Cold Touch and Every Last Breath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. These are the second and third book in the Dark Elements trilogy, and I really enjoy doing this once a month about reading the second half of the Stonewall Touch book and then continuing with every last breath because I really enjoy watching all these incredible scenes and intense scenes. Also watching Layla make her choice and getting closer with Rolf. I really love them as a couple, they're the best. And I can't say too much because this is the second book in the series and I will spoil you, but you should definitely read this trilogy. It's incredible. It has demons and gargoyles, and there are many movies or TV shows or books that are with this topic. Even though I love it, I haven't seen it very much. I have seen a couple of good movies and I read. This is the first book that I read. It was so well done and I'm hoping everyone will read this trilogy. Next, I read Hearthstopper Volume 1 and I have been hearing about these graphic novels for such a long time and I was really sure that I was gonna love it, but that wasn't the case for me. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't my favorite book at all. I really enjoyed watching the couple. It was really cute and the pictures were really well drawn and everything, and the author did a really good job writing this book. It's just I didn't click with me as much, so nothing against everyone who loved this book. It's just this book wasn't for me, so I will continue reading it. I have already read the second volume, but I'm not rushing it. Next is Hearthstopper Volume 2, and as I said before, I really enjoyed these volumes. It was really cut off in the first one, so I jumped right into the second one, and I really enjoyed reading it. I love how the story is progressing. I love the couple, so 3.5 out of 5 stars because, as I said in my previous clip, it just isn't clicking for me, this book. I'm so proud of myself for the next book because I finally read Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I have been meaning to read this book for such a long time. I loved the first movie and I've always wanted to see what happens in the story in later dates, but I have been putting off for such a long time reading this book, so this year I decided to finally start reading these books. So this book I gave it 4.5 or 5 stars, I believe. I'm not sure, but I really enjoyed it. It was so well done. It was so much better than the movie. I realized that they clipped so many things out of the book, from the book and into the movie. So many different things that happen that make you understand so much better the book with the book. In the movie, didn't do such a good job from it. So I'm hoping that the TV show that Disney Plus picked up will make it really nice because these books totally deserve it. Next is some other books that I've been wanting to read for a while, and that is The Selection and The Elite by Kira Cass. I read the first 2 books in a few months back and I really enjoyed them. I think the first one I gave 4 stars and the second I gave 5 stars. I'm not sure, it might be half the second one, but I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting to see this, like the bachelor with royals. It was really cool to watch, to read, and I really loved the couple with America and the prince. I really do ship them, and I know they get together in the end, but it's really cool to watch, to read. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep saying watch, but I'm hoping to read the final book soon because I really want to finish this series, so we'll see. So that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe and stick around for more. And I would really appreciate if you give my Bookstagram account a love. Here is my handle because most of my work is there. And I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye!